It's the end of January 2008, and we're here at Southampton Guildhall. We're going to meet Mark and Myles from Alter Bridge.
Welcome to the Tone Zone. This is my rig. So what we'll do is we'll start. Let's start with where the sound is generated. And that would be my my guitar arsenal. We got the Paul Reed Smith guitars. These are fantastic.
Lots of them.
Lots and lots of them. This is actually, I'm going to pull out my favorite one at this point, which is actually, this is my go-to now. This is the 245 or the 245, which is basically a scaled-down version of the single cut. And it's just got a great tone. It's the mahogany body with the maple top. As far as the pickups go, I was using the PRS pickups. I've actually started using the Seymour Duncan Custom Customs,
really?
Which are fantastic. And the reason for that is Mark uses the PRS pickups, which are awesome, but our sounds were a little too similar, so we need something to kind of differentiate the two. Bridges, I use the Tone Pro bridges, which resonate real well. Love these bridges. Strings, Diodario 11s. Actually, I'm using a hybrid set, am I not?
It's 11, it's custom
it's
gauge.
like 11 through 52, I believe.
11 to 52 on that one.
And then some of the other ones, like 11 to
62 on the black one.
Because we figure if we can't use telephone lines, then we'll get strings that are about that thick. So
Well, they're not Slipknot thick.
exactly.
Slipknot thick, absolutely.
And then certain towards the end of the set, cover a Robert Johnson song.
Ah, cool, yeah.
And for that, we pull out the Dean Resonator. It's a great guitar. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a little smaller than like a National, and it's got the electronics built in.
Yeah,
So.
it's thinner in the body, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really cool guitar. I love this thing.
Yeah.
So then we got the ground control, which is where I switch everything, where I switch all my patches via MIDI. And then I've got my pedal board, and this is a lot of the stuff I've had for about the last 10 years. The full tone wah pedal is a fantastic.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, they really have
really
a
is good.
really great tone. The and then once again, full tone Deja Vibe. I actually borrowed this from Mark. I use that for the Blackbird solo.
Oh, sure.
And then the full tone Ultimate Octave. Mike Fulltone probably loves me at this point, but
That's good.
I really think they make great stuff. And then we got the Line 6, the delay modeler, and then the modulation unit.
I've seen this so many times on so many people's boards. It's just the thing.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They really are, because you've got so many pedals in one. It was a brilliant move on their part.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't know how many of you have heard of the any of the radial products.
We've done a lot of stuff on
Have you?
those. Yeah. We've done Hammett's talked about it. Steve McCaffrey's talked about them. They're fantastic as well.
They really are.
It's a great pedals.
It's brilliant. The thing I like about the Switchbone is where you'll see in a minute I use two separate amps, and a lot of times when you use two different amps, you have phase issues.
Sure.
So with this, it allows me to split the signal, and then I can reverse the polarity. So that's fantastic. The other thing that's really cool about these pedals is it has a boost, and I can boost it 5 dB or 10 dB, and it's just the right frequency. So when I do leads, I kick this in, and it helps it sing that much more. So then we shoot this stuff all the way back here. Oh, by the way, for the resonator, this is the amp I use right here, which is the Lone Star, which is a great amp.
Beautiful amps.
Really great amp.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a twin on steroids. So that's what we use that for, is just for the resonator. And then we have people come up and jam, they'll play through this. And the funny thing is a lot of times this amp here is the loudest amp on stage. Everyone's like, that amp is the loudest little guy I've ever heard.
Projection's amazing with those.
Yeah,
things.
they really are.
Yeah.
They really are. All right. Now it's my favorite part. All right. So right here we have, which is the foundation of my sound, and has been for about the Mark IV. Now, being that I was a Mark II C+ player I've been playing one for about 17 years. I bought one from a guy in my hometown of Spokane for like $500 US many years ago, and so my ear just got so accustomed to that sound. The Mark IV obviously takes that and expands on it. I'm sorry. It's a little more aggressive for the metal thing. This kind of provides a lot of the mids for me.
Yeah.
I put it right up the middle. The Diesel Herbert is an amazing amp it gives me the depth, the bottom end and the top end. So these amps really complement one another. In fact, the thing I really like about using them together is they're both 3-channel amps, so it works out perfect.
So you're able to have them both on together and use them.
Yeah,
you blend them all together.
Yeah. Actually, I used the channel 2 on the Herbert, and then I used the which is basically the lead channel for rhythm on the Mark IV. And they really complement each other well. And then for my leads, I switch channel 3 here, and then I keep the lead channel on here as well. And then I kick on that the switch bone.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So yeah. And then I use the effects loop in the Herbert, and just have the TC Electronics, and it's the M1, and I just use it for reverbs, and that's about it.
Sure.
So and then there's the rest.
Those are the magic things.
Exactly. And these help switch everything.
Sure.
And there once again are the Shure wirelesses.
Okay.
And that is
It.
the Tone Zone.
These are my guitars. They are all the same, PRS single cut model, except for, you have the floating bridge, the trem